Moment of silence for the champions, for those who make going hard a lifestyle. Never wait for nothing, gotta get it right now. I'm in the spotlight.
Happy Thursday, motherfuckers. Welcome to the Pressure Podcast.
Give me a hell yeah.
We are live from our studio in Orlando, Florida. It's your boy King Cole.
What's up, guys?
Welcome back. And welcome to those who've never been here before. This is the Pressure Podcast, the only podcast where viewer has say. This is also rated M for millennials, so let's hear it one time.
Give me a hell yeah.
For the millies.
We're a little bit late.
Yes,
But
we're a little bit late.
we've arrived. We've arrived.
So this is the Thursday night edition of the Pressure Podcast. On Thursdays, we recap the Thursday night football game, and then we also recap the state of the NBA, the association. Very soon, we're going to start ramping things up and turning on the pressure on the NBA. Right now, it's the beginning week, so we're just not doing too much. We're just going to cover what we see, what we learn, and then also we're going to, take a few opinions of what we think is going to go forward. But later on throughout the season, we will start putting motherfuckers into the gravity room. Later on, we will start holding motherfuckers to the candle, to the flame, and see if they can take that kind of pressure. But it's just too early. It's only week 6 of the NBA. But let's get into the football game.
Yes,
where
sir.
The Detroit Lions just got their groove on against the Green Bay Packers. And to be honest with you, this was a closer game than I even would have expected, but the highlights are still not on. Oh, there it goes. Just watch the highlights because I didn't get to see the full game.
Williams goes in motion. Keep it on the ground, and this time, Montgomery, first down, into Green Bay territory. Opening drive of the game, 8th play here, 3rd down and 3.
Yo, it's crazy because I was looking at the stat line.
And it looked like they should have ran away with it, right?
No, it's just that I saw when I got wind of the game, because I was at work, it was 28-28. But Montgomery only had one touchdown. Gibbs didn't have no rushing touchdowns.
Nah, Gibbs never got a touchdown. He got the passing one.
Well, that's where I was going to. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? How I look at Amon-Ra doesn't have a touchdown. Laporta doesn't have a touchdown.
But I think that's what turned the game around because there was only one possession they lost by. Goff makes a mistake, and so does Watson. But Green Bay really couldn't stop this team. That was my take on it. And that coach has balls. Detroit's coach got balls, and this nigga's coach does not have balls. There was a play where I think they're gonna show it. I think they're gonna show it where they try to do like a hard count, and instead of going for it, they didn't go for it. They was on their side. They had a chance to do something there. It was 4th and 5. You needed 5 yards. You didn't go for it at all on 4th down.
5 yards is a lot, though.
But you didn't go for it at all on 4th down.
Most teams don't.
Your 3rd down,
Most teams don't, though.
then you're not gonna beat a team like Detroit. You have to take those risks, especially when you're missing players on your defense and your offense.
Most teams don't go for it on 4th down that often, mostly.
Then you're not beating that team. That's why you lost.
That's a conversation. That's a different conversation there. But the thing is that
You're not being aggressive. You're not being aggressive against a team
Williams,
that
Amon-Ra,
really can score the ball.
Williams, Amon-Ra, and Laporta had no touchdowns. Montgomery only had one. Gibbs had one. Where the fuck did all the points come from? Some guy named Patrick. Who the fuck is Patrick?
What the fuck?
I know a lot of people were mad on their parlays because that shit killed it. Whoa. How come that happens when you hit a thing there? It just skips.
I get what you're saying, but that's why you have people to decoy. You have those star players, so you can decoy them sometimes.
You're not supposed to have 28 points and then Williams, Laporta, Amon-Ra, and Gibbs have nothing. I mean, Gibbs did have one receiving.
You would if that secondary was weak. Anybody could score in this secondary. I'm watching
How
the
many
game.
goddamn
like,
weapons do you have?
He's just like fucking running like hot butter, bro.
So whoever drafted Sam Laporta, I feel for you, man. Fuck him. Amon Ra's my boy, but man, they just got too many weapons. They're not gonna feed him, so I don't think I can keep him this next year. And then what's it called? Williams didn't do shit, and he's a deep threat. Who the fuck is Patrick? You're not supposed to give 2 touchdowns to a nobody named Patrick, bro. Fuck him.
Stop that, Sam, nigga. Stop that.
See what I'm saying? What's that every time?
Skill, offensive line, major. But this time he has 4th. We continue.
Unbelievable.
But this team not going nowhere, and they're gonna take the risk against this team because, first of all, you turn the ball over against them.
Stepping up.
You got the turnover
Looks for the first
against them. You got to be aggressive on those plays. You got to be aggressive on those plays. You got to know that this team coming in is the #1 team, and you got to do what Dan Campbell decided to do towards the end of this game, and you'll see it.
Yeah, but they got this far in the season without it. You might not be able to beat them, but you can't blame them for doing what got them there.
No, I can't blame them, but I'm saying you got to be more aggressive against a team like this. If you plan on beating this team, you got to come in with that mentality that we are going to be aggressive. And to me, you just want.
But to some people, that's not called aggressive. That's called risk taking.
Well, you need some of that.
Yeah, but sometimes if you fail,
you failed anyway.
Yeah. Because to me, that's not why they lost. It wasn't because of that turnover, and it wasn't because they're aggressive. The reason they lost is because they can't play defense.
That's what I'm saying. So you have to be aggressive offensively.
No. You got to fix that defense. You're not going to win against no team if you have a defense like that.
In this game, they would have won, I think, if they would have been more aggressive. They just didn't take any. They didn't take any chances. There was no fourth. Listen to me. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Nothing on 4th down.
Yeah, but
no 4th down.
But most teams don't do that, bros. Most teams, you're jaded because your team does it all the time.
No, I'm not jaded because my team does it all the time. I'm jaded because this team didn't do it at all.
Yeah, but
I know
90% of the league is like this.
teams that will at least take that one chance, especially being on that side, knowing that you're on that side of the ball.
90% of the team, this is a new thing, bro.
And then another thing was, you only threw the ball 20 times.
Yeah, they're game managing team now. That's how they got to where they got right now, running the ball.
This secondary is gettable.
Yeah, but
Detroit's secondary is gettable.
But this is how they've been winning the last few games. The last 7 weeks, this is exactly how they've been doing.
They needed to change it up in the middle because I believe that the reason why they came back in this game anyway, because they were down by 2 scores, was the fact that they were being aggressive and taking those shots down the field. Not because of their run game. Even though I know Jacobs had 3 touchdowns, but that was because they was in the red zone.
That's what they do. They manage the game
Yeah,
to get to the red zone.
That's smart. You give the ball to Jacobs and see what he does, and he just so happened to, every time get into the end zone. But
to me, this proves that Green Bay is not elite. They're there, they're getting there, but they're not elite. They're still missing. They're still a year away.
And missing players. Because they were missing 2 of their top defenders. And that rookie, Edrin Cooper, who's been playing his ass off. And Jair Alexander, who was huge for them.
Yeah.
And then they lost their the rookie safety as well in this game, Williams. So you kind of put yourself in a bind to be like, go all in. Let's go get this win. Let's go try to get this win. And I didn't see none of that. I saw a fight, but I didn't see enough fight. And again, I feel like Goff was just.
So you think they're playing not to lose instead of playing to win?
Yeah. Yeah. No, and my thing is, you were down 10 at the half. So if you're down 10 at the half and you come back by being aggressive, by throwing the ball, I would stick to that.
Yeah, but they can't trust him to throw the ball. The last time they throw the ball this many times, he throws picks, and they lose.
No, Green Bay stuffs him.
You ever notice that?
So then that's a love problem. Then.
It is a love problem, but until they can fix that problem, this is what they have to do. But even when love wasn't a problem, they still weren't a fourth down going for a team. They go by the book.
No, I know, but I'm saying in this game, I feel like that's what they needed in order to win because, like I said, them missing those players. They're also missing Romeo Dobbs on the offense.
And nothing on the defense? And nothing on the defense?
Not really. Not that I see.
So then how can you say that it was because they were going aggressive instead of because they had bad defense?
No, I'm not saying that they didn't. I'm not saying that their defense is good. I'm not saying that their defense was better than their offense. I'm just saying they needed to be more aggressive on the offense because of what you're saying about the defense.
Yeah, but you're not even mentioning the defense. That's why I said nothing on the defense. You're billing him out.
Oh no. I'm just saying they're missing guys on the defense. Is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Oh no. I'm not saying that. I'm saying they suck on defense.
But
That's
even though
look at this shit.
This is my thing. Like Detroit's defense. Everybody's saying they're missing all these players. I don't think those players make them that much better. Maybe Hutchinson, but the other ones, I don't see that. That secondary to me is not as good as people think it might be because they grabbed Terry and Arnold and they got Carlton Davis.
Yeah, look at this. This is not a good defense. It's just a very, very bad defense.
I did the numbers here. 4 for 5 on 4th down, 7 for 15 on 3rd down.
7 for 15 on 3rd down?
Yeah.
Who, the Lions?
Yeah.
What about Green Bay?
Green Bay didn't really get there.
On
They
third
were
down?
they were 0 for 4.
On 3rd down? No, there's no way they were 0 for 4 on 3rd down.
Good job. He knows where he wants to go. He sees the
I just
matchup.
looked it up.
There's no way they only had 4 third downs.
Look it up. Look it up.
Allowing the second fewest points.
There's no way they only had 4th down 4 times. 3rd down 4 times in the entire game. That's impossible.
Hold in by Watson. Another big play for
They always converted on 2nd down, is what you're trying to tell me? Well, I'm looking at it. 2nd 14, that was converted. 2nd 10. So they never went to 3rd down.
Not a lot. They did, but not a lot.
Obviously not, because they only went 4 times.
Look it up. I think it was. I believe it said 0 for 4, if I'm not mistaken.
That's all they had on 3rd down was 4 plays? That's crazy.
Four-man rush.
What I read. I'm not sure if that's maybe it's.
I mean, I'm looking. I don't see many 3rd downs. You might not be lying about that. Let me see. How many 4th
But
downs?
most of the time, Detroit had the ball anyways. That was another thing as well. So.
Yeah, 36-23.
Yeah. The total plays were 76 to 45. That's why I said this game was a lot closer
But see,
than it should have been.
4th and goal, they can't do. 4th and goal, they definitely can't go for that one. But
4th and goal,
they must have not showed the other 4th down.
They were 4 for 5 in 4th down. 4th down conversion.
See, that's bad defense.
That's bad defense.
But what were these 4th downs? 4th and short, or what? So,
4th and short, pretty much. Like 4th and 1, 4th and inches. A couple of sneaks and stuff like that. But no, there was a lot of on 3rd down. That's my problem on 3rd down. There was a lot of screen passes, and they just weren't adjusting either, to what they was doing to the screen pass. I think the fact that Amon-Ra was kind of like the decoy was making them be able to throw the ball to other
they have
places.
no defense. They have no defense out here. This is not a defensive game. The Lions should be ashamed of themselves because they put up a way better effort than this. Obviously, it's a division game, so they know how to play each other. But still, you know how to play each other. It should be a better defensive outing than this.
But this is what I'm talking about when I say, what would you do there? Would you do this?
They are going. And then Goff falls down, but Montgomery is able to
Would you go for it on 4th and goal, knowing that there's only 49 seconds left, and if you kick a field goal, you go up 3 points, and just count on your defense?
No.
You know what that tells me?
No faith in the defense.
In the defense.
Yeah, but that's on this game. That's on this game.
And he played it, and he adjusted
the right thing to do is address it in the locker room and say, hey, it's not that I didn't have faith in you guys. I just didn't have faith in you in the last drive.
In this game,
you guys have to get it together because we're about to start the playoffs. This is not good enough. Okay, but I still have faith in you. I know you're going to get it fixed. That's what I would be telling him in the locker room.
No, yeah. I don't think it's going to affect them. I'm just saying it just shows that he made the adjustments within the game. And Green Bay's coach didn't. He didn't make any adjustments. He didn't do it defensively where they were running those screen passes and you were letting them convert damn near every time. And I'm sitting there watching the game like, dude, I'm frustrated already. Like I'm frustrated for Green Bay. Cause they just can't get off the field. Every time they got them to third down, it was like, okay, what's gonna happen next? Screen pass.
And then fourth down, and then they go for it and they get it.
Fourth down, they're gonna go for it. Cause guess what? On third down, most of the time, you're letting them get 4 or 5 yards. I mean, you're letting them get 4 yards. So what is that? 4th and 1. Who's not gonna go for that? I would go for it, especially if I'm on my side of. If I'm on that side.
You'd be surprised. 90% of the teams don't even go for it on 4th and short.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you want to beat this team, you might want to go for a couple of those because they do it, and you might need to do at least 1 or 2 in order to beat this team because they like to do that. They are aggressive.
Let's take, for example, the Rams. The Rams won a Super Bowl. They don't do it at all. They don't go for it on 4th down very often. They play, but some teams play by the book. But the thing is, not everybody can gain a yard on the ground like we can. That's why we go for it so many times. And when we go for it, there ain't gonna be no passing. But we're gonna run right down your throat, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Or the tush push.
You know what I'm saying? That is running it down your throat. It's just a different method of doing it, but it's still the same thing. That's a rushing play.
It's true.
When you move the line like we do, we go for it on 4th down, but not every team can do that, broski. Don't discredit. That's what I'm saying. You can't expect every team to do that.
I'm just saying go. You like to me.
Because remember, if
you're trying to win this game, you have to go for at least one of them.
Remember, he did this against the Niners and it cost him. Remember that. Not every team can do this.
No. I agree. But I'm just saying, in this game, he was 4 for 5, so it worked. In that case, if I'm the other head coach, I'm like, okay, maybe I need to go for this because I'm on my side of the field, and I know I need to outscore this team. That's the main goal is to outscore this team.
Maybe they can't.
Could be.
Because, like you said, how many passes did Jordan Love have?
20.
That don't seem like a team that's willing to outscore anybody right there to me.
That's what I'm saying.
So like you said, they were playing.
And it's crazy, too, because if you look at Jacobs had 3 touchdowns, right? But he only had 66 yards.
Yeah. So they're playing not to lose instead of playing to win is what we said, agreed to earlier. So that just, he was just playing it by the books, playing it safe, and that's what you get.
It's pissing me off. It was pissing me off.
That's what you get. That's what you get.
It was pissing me off.
Talk that sass, nigga. Talk that.
But
Campbell's a boss.
Dan Campbell is a great coach, man.
He's a boss.
I liked him from the moment I saw him from the get-go. From the moment I saw him as an interim coach with the Dolphins, I'm like, yo, y'all better keep that dude. No. Brian Flores, better keep that dude. No. They lucked out with this new coach that they got over here. He's actually pretty good. But you can't you don't give up on coaches like that. Those are the motivators right there. Those are the guys that you know they get the pulse of the locker room and they're never going to lose it.
Look at Gannon. We let Gannon go, and look how good he's playing over there in Arizona.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right. There's a lot of coaches that nobody really seems to look at until, they go out there and do it.
Man, we got the coach out of fucking Michigan. Nobody cared for him. Nobody even looked at him. We gave him the defense. He made the number 1 defense in one of the top defense in history. And now look at him. He's on the way to winning a division in his first year coaching the Seahawks, and he had a fucking hurdle. He had a bump on the road on the way there. And look, but the Chiefs 3-time defensive champion coach, nobody wants to hire him. That makes no sense to me.
I don't understand any of that shit sometimes, bro. Like when I just seen who was it, Stephen A. and some others over there talking about if Nick Sirianni doesn't get a playoff win, do you think he'll be fired? And I was like, bro, can we stop talking about Nick Sirianni, bro? Like, cause like the dude's just winning, man. Like I don't care about none of that shit. What is the game about? X's and O's and winning football games, right? Yep. It don't matter how you win the football game, just go win it.
Give me a hell yeah!
So I don't understand what the issue is with this, that we got to blow teams out because they suck. When I see some teams lose to the Browns, no offense, But yeah, I've seen teams lose to the Browns. It happens. Like those, any given Sunday, somebody could go out there and beat your tail if they end up showing up better than you that day.
And the pros, yeah.
This is a pro league, so stop it. I'm tired of hearing that he's not a good coach, that he runs the wrong plays at the wrong time, that we're starting off bad.
I don't listen to them because those are the same people that say, the University of Georgia could beat the Cleveland Browns. No, they can't.
This nigga
said, they can't.
Stephen A. said that, but what I don't understand is what he didn't understand was that he was saying, what the thing is that if Nick Sirianni doesn't play good enough and they happen to have a collapse, what are you talking about if they happen to have a collapse? There's no collapse happening. That team's on a roll. Why are you even putting that in the air?
Yeah, but you can't listen to everybody that thinks like that because you got to understand some people don't know the shit. They're over there talking about a college team can beat pro teams. Those are the same people that say that shit.
No, I know. I'm
trying to get. If they don't come up with a reason why they could see a collapse, a number there, a statistic that shows, hey, this is happening, just shut it out, bro. There's no need to listen to them.
Yeah, but I'm saying for the ones that do listen to them, that's why I'm talking
about
Fuck
them.
This.
Fuck them. We don't care about
right
those
now.
guys. No, we talk about guys that actually can debate. This is the Pressure Podcast where viewer has say, but you can't just say, oh, LeBron's better than Jordan. You can't do that. Otherwise, ain't nobody gonna pay attention to you. Maybe in the comments, but not up here. You ain't gonna be up here. I'm gonna shut you out immediately. Click, gone. Mute, gone. All right? Because the only people that can come here is those that can actually debate sports. You better have your statistic. You better have your knowledge. You better have your wisdom. You better have a lot to come here and prove us wrong. Or prove anything to us, anything for that matter. So, no. Because Sirianni is one of the best coaches in the league. And I don't think nobody in Philly is complaining now.
I would hope not. I really would hope not. And stop these narratives about him running the plays early and then they giving it to Kellen Moore. That don't even make sense. Kellen Moore's running the offense, guys. That's just what it is.
No, you guys played a good game last week. I mean,
this is not a slouch team we just played that we were just gonna, run through like Green Bay let Detroit just do. That's not how it works.
No, that wasn't gonna happen. Not in Baltimore.
Come on, man.
No, but the thing is, though, you guys still played a very good game. You noticed the terrain. You noticed the conditions of the football field. You're like, all right, we're not gonna pass today. Their defense has been proven. Kyle Hamilton's out there. Humphreys is out there. Let's keep the ball safe. And if we have to punt, we have to punt. But when we can, give it to Saquon, and good things will happen.
Put the ball in harm's way. There's no need.
Yeah,
that's why
good things will happen.
That's why you have the playmakers. By the way, we're missing Devontae Smith.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
And one thing I noticed is that once Justin Tucker kept missing field goals, our offense went stagnant until the very last drive of the game, and I just feel like they probably just like, all right, it's demoralizing, you know what I'm saying? When you work so hard to get yardage, you're in field goal range, you're in scoring range, and we should have had 7 points extra, but I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying that you just tell by the body language. Some guys just like, you know what I'm saying?
That's not an excuse though. He missed 3. He missed 3.
But there's no excuse because at the end of the day, there was still time left on the clock. If we would have stopped Saquon and drove that like we did at the end of the game, we would have won. So there's no excuses. I'm not saying excuses. I'm just saying that you could just tell that their body language just changed after Justin Tucker missed the 3rd time. So, and then they did the right thing. Instead of trying to take chances, all right, now they're you know what I'm saying, their body language changed. Let's go throw it on them. No, you just give it to Saquon and look what happened. He ended up broken one when he had you know what I'm saying. I mean, him and Henry didn't have a bad day, but they didn't have the normal day that they normally do. You know what I mean?
And
they still showed out. And they still showed out more than half of the league anyway.
And they shouldn't, because those are 2 juggernaut teams. That's just what it is. And
you know what I mean? So, no, like I said, it was a mirror image. These teams are like literally like each other.
I feel like didn't he even say that? Didn't the commentator even say that? He was like, I have a feeling that this game's gonna come down to one of these 2 running backs making a big play, and the game's gonna come down to that. And that's exactly what happened.
Yep.
It literally exactly what happened.
And then Lamar, at the end of the game, turned his cape on and decided to use his legs. You heard what he said in the post office?
I told you though.
They were like, "Yo."
So I was telling you.
No, I agree with you.
That he should have thrown. He should have ran. He had a couple plays where I was like, "Why you not running?" You could have got the first down.
I get that, but the thing is, though, we still had 7 points missing on the board without all that. That's all I was trying to say, is that still doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But he said his mom cussed him out for not running.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was watching it the whole time. I'm just like, why is he not running? Why is he not running?
Well, he hasn't been doing that for a few weeks, so I thought it was because of that hamstring, because he didn't practice like for a week and a half. He just played, He just played.
I don't know. It didn't look like he had a hamstring problem on that last play.
No, it didn't. How long was that run? I didn't even notice.
Like about 70 yards, almost. Nah, yeah, it was crazy.
I was like, oh, here we go. Now he wants to turn it on.
Well, it'd be a human joystick when it's too late.
I just wanted to get to the bye week and get back to health because Roquan Smith just got back. Kyle Hamilton had a concussion protocol thing, but he came right back to the field.
Hey, man, everybody's pretty healthy.
One of your boys went out, but he came right back on the field, so that was good to see. So that was good.
Oh, man, Quinyon, when Quinyon went down, I was like,
Quinyon,
oh, my goodness, no.
But no, these were two mirror teams, two good quarterbacks, two good coaches, two good special teams, two good fucking running backs, all line, D-line, you name it.
Corners, linebackers, defensive ends, everything.
There's not a weakness. There's not many weaknesses in our squad, and that's why we are where we are.
I would say we need a third wide receiver.
To be honest with you, I was going to say this last week. The Eagles are, I think, the only team, and I'm not saying that because you're here, the Eagles are probably the only team that could beat us when we play in our best.
Yeah, I think so. I agree. Because they just...
If we play our best, the Bills can't beat us, the Chiefs can't beat us, the Lions can't beat us, but you guys can.
That defense is legit.
And the other team is the Pittsburgh Steelers, but hopefully they're not there. Well, they can't be there because we both play. We will see each other in the AFC Championship. It won't be in the Super Bowl. I meant in the Super Bowl, but yeah, the Chiefs can't do it. The Steelers can though. The Steelers can beat us at our best, but they got to be playing at their supreme best, and they need luck.
Yeah,
they still need luck. But let's talk about the state of the NBA. The topic of today is because I think the LeBron era is over. The LeBron era is over.
Talk your shit. Tell me. What's the
What's
deal?
I'm not saying this because
What's the
I'm not saying this because they got mollywopped by 41 in South Beach. I'm not saying that because of that. I'm not saying it because they got a new coach that doesn't look like he knows what he's doing. I'm not saying that because AD's playing out of his mind and yet they're still on the play-in.
Got a terrible game, by the way, the last one.
I'm not saying this because they can't play defense. I can't say it because they shoot pretty terrible. They shoot like shit. I'm saying it because it's about that time. He's over 21 years in the NBA. He see his son get drafted by his exact team. He hasn't got to play with him yet, but something tells me they're going to call him up from the G League before the season's over. He's going to get at least 25 games.
And keep airballing threes.
But the LeBron era is over. He is never going to win another championship again unless he goes to a juggernaut team for a, league low minimum contract. I don't see it. He's not going to contend for the playoffs ever again like that, like a serious contender.
Yeah.
The LeBron era is over. The Lakers can't build a team around him. They don't have the draft picks to finish it.
I think we know that though. I think we've known that for the last 3 years.
Yeah, no, but I could actually say this now.
Yeah.
Before we were just guessing. This is not guessing. The LeBron era is over. You can call it whatever new era you want it. You can call this new now the Wemby era, the beginning of the Wemby era. I don't know what you want to call it. Or now it's the Steph Curry era. But he's still, don't get me wrong, he's still in the top of the leaderboards. He's still the boss of the Jordan Craig family. He's still the main attraction in the NBA. I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying that he's not the face of the league yet. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, like, contending-wise for a championship, that era's over. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because even when he's retired, he's still going to be one of the faces of whatever brand he's going to have.
I get what you're saying.
He's still going to be the face of the NBA. He's probably going to be the number one ambassador for the history of the NBA for the rest of his life. But as far as contending for rings, he's out of here.
What the fuck?
Sorry. But that was the...
sorry, not sorry.
Not sorry. We see him right here. We're all witnesses. I appreciate what he's done, and I am a fan of his greatness. I'm not a fan of him now because he's a Laker, but I'm a fan of his greatness.
And as you see, this guy right here? You're a fan of this guy right here?
No, I'm talking about this guy right here. So you can see we're not being biased. We're not being haters. It's just that it's time to acknowledge that contending for championship is not going to be in his future for the rest of his career. And he had a good run. So to LeBron James, adios, amigo.
Screw
LeBron's one of the best players I've ever seen play basketball. Absolutely. The mind he has for the game.
Chill.
The mind he has for the game.
He's still.
The mind he has for the game.
The mind he has for the game is
the playmaking
phenomenal.
ability.
Phenomenal. Okay, but I can't say he's the greatest player.
I didn't say that.
I can't.
I said he's one of the best players I've ever seen play.
Oh, I didn't hear the one of the best. I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, let me get that right.
I was about
one
to say,
of the best players I've ever seen play basketball.
Because the best I've ever seen is Black Jesus, okay? There's nothing wrong with saying that.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Black Jesus here.
We know who it is.
All right. If you want to open up to debate, go
maybe
ahead.
This might be the franchise right here. Maybe. The face?
Yep.
Eventually, maybe? Possibly?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
There's a lot of guys, man. I don't know. I think it might be Jokic. No?
If he was the face of the NBA,
Edwards.
Maybe. I think Wemby's going to be the one.
So give me some of your guys then right now. Who you think right now is like MVP into that realm?
In the MVP realm, the SGA, you've got
I got SGA.
Definitely got to put Tatum in there.
Yeah, Tatum.
I'm thinking Jalen Brunson. I'm also thinking Franz Wagner, my boy from shout outs to Orlando Magic. Franz Wagner is a fucking.
So you don't think Jokic can repeat, huh?
Jokic can't be the MVP candidate every single year. He's gonna. You got to understand. It's not that I don't think he's a great player. It's just that those numbers are inflated because he's in a very good roster, bro.
Yeah.
That roster's gonna be good still, and because of that, he's gonna have way more opportunities to get triple doubles than most power forwards. If he played it for the fucking the Brooklyn Nets, he would not be averaging that. He'll be averaging his 20 points, 12 rebounds, but 4 assists maximum.
The assists, yeah.
Okay. Because he could open. It's not about being able to see the court. It's about seeing the court, give it to him, and then make sure he makes the shot. How many players are going to make the shot?
I'm not just talking about triple doubles, though. I'm like take that out of the equation.
And he plays on defense.
He's averaging. Yeah, I agree with that. But he's averaging 30 points a game, and he's shooting 52% from 3. What is that man on right now?
I mean, it's only game 6. I don't think he's going to shoot 50% from 3 for the rest of the year.
But I'm saying that's a great start.
It is a great start, but it's nothing new. That's what he does. That ain't surprising to me.
That's just amazing.
I could have guessed that. You could guess that. You could guess that. Tell me now. You can guess that. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying it don't surprise me. That's what Jokic does. He's that good. But he plays for the Denver Nuggets. We got shooters all over the place. He's got shooters all over the place, bro.
What about LaMelo?
His team is not consistent enough to be MVP for me.
So you don't think they'll make the playoffs?
They can make the playoffs, but you got to have one of the best records in the NBA to have. Unless you break a record or something like that.
Okay, I can see that. Shit or whatever. I can see that.
It's not how I view it, but I'm just letting you know by what I've seen all my life in the NBA. That's not how they judge MVPs.
And
Luka is now starting to get hot. They're you know what I'm saying? They're finally starting to look like the Mavericks that they're supposed to.
Yeah. I'm seeing that too.
They had a 4-week start, late start,
which is why they finally got on the list. They finally got on the tower rankings.
Yep. You put them on the tower rankings?
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about the tower rankings. What you got over there?
I got the Celtics at 1.
All right.
You know.
No. But you got to start from the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You want me to start?
Pause. Okay, we don't do that shit here.
Be quick, nigga.
All right.
So, bottom of the tower.
Okay. Pause.
Suns. I got the Suns at 10. I think they're starting to get it. You know what I'm saying? But also, the injuries kind of hurt them early on, so that's why they kind of dropped in the rankings. But I think they've been really good when they all three playing together. The Clippers, surprisingly, I don't know how the hell James Harden got that team playing like that, but I guess he's better off as a one-man army than he is with, having 2 stars on his team. I don't know. That's what it seems like. Then I got the Grizzlies. I think the Grizzlies starting to come on.
Stop that, Sam!
I got the Mavs. The Knicks are number 6. They starting to get their shit together. I'm actually surprised about that one though. I thought maybe they'd be a little bit lower because I didn't think Cat was gonna be playing the way he's playing. He's playing amazing. He's been doing it.
I smell pussy. Is that you, John?
Not a small sample size. Then I got the Rockets, bro. The Rockets, they got players everywhere, and like you never know who's gonna show up with that team. Like it's either Jalen, or you got the center. Forget his name. What's his name again? From the
Salim.
Huh?
Salim.
No, from the
Sequin, whatever.
From the Rockets, and then you got Smith. I mean, I feel like they got a bunch of like just young guys that go out there and get it, and a great coach in Ume Udoka. The Magic, man, the Magic. Did that surprise you a little bit that they still playing this high of a level?
No, because it's been like 2 or 3 years now that since they got Banchero.
Like they already had like the talent on the roster, right?
So the Magic are ranked
4.
4, okay.
And then I got the Thunder at 3. They're playing really well, even though they don't have Chet, which I think I called that.
So you got the Rockets at 5?
I got the Rockets at 5, yeah, and then I got the Cavs at 2, and the Celtics at 1.
All right. Now let's check out the Mortal Kombat inspired tower rankings, shall we?
Finish him.
This is my tower rankings. So his tower rankings is basically on what they're going to be able to be doing in the future. What's trending towards finishing the top 10 teams in the NBA is how he's doing his rankings. My rankings are different. My rankings are the NBA playoffs started right now. That's how my rankings are. I go by what do I see right now the playoffs started. Number 10 is going to be the Milwaukee Bucks. When you start a Mortal Kombat game back in the day, there was no save profile. There was no way to save the progress. You had to start from the very, very beginning of the game. So we're going to start right here. You got the Greek Freak, who is an NBA champion, and you got Damian Lillard, who's not a champion, but he's a sniper. He's deadly. Problem is, they ain't got much else after that. They're an aging team that needs to be reshuffled. So after that, you got Golden State, who is a formidable team. They've hit a fucking bump on the road. I think defense is starting to figure out, listen, we're enough of us getting blown out, and Steph Curry only has 19 points. Let's make them actually beat us, okay? And that's what's happening right now. But Golden State's going to respond with defense. I already know they will. I just think they need to make a trade to be elite. Then you got the Memphis Grizzlies, who are on fire. John Morant and these guys are playing, again, back to playoff form. Hopefully no more gun drama or anything like that. So let's see. Nothing
What the fuck? No more gunplay.
Yes. Then you got the Dallas Mavericks, who my boy just said woke up finally. They were sleeping for 4 weeks, but they finally woke up in the last 2. They are ranked number 6 right now for me, and they're trending upward. I got the Rockets at 6 because the Rockets are one of those teams where, remember, I'm basing this if the playoffs started today. Not that the Rockets are worse than the Knicks or the Magic. I'm just saying that I trust the Knicks and the Magic in the playoffs more than the Rockets because they ain't proved shit yet.
They haven't. Yeah,
okay? They're a young team, up-and-coming team, and we've seen this many times. I told everybody with OKC, yeah, they're good, but they're inexperienced. I don't see them coming out of the second round. They did not come out of the second round.
Finish him.
Then I got the New York Knicks after that, who are playing stellar defense. They just hot and cold when it comes to shooting part. That's the thing that they need to fix, but they're playing defense. Finally, before they were playing defense and scoring, then they were playing defense or not scoring. Now they're always playing defense. It's just that sometimes they're scoring or not scoring. We need to get that covered. The Orlando Magic, I don't know what else to say. We live in Orlando. We're not being biased. They're just what they are. We're gonna start going games and doing one of these, but with fans out there and trying to get some debates going, maybe some opinions.
We've been calling this for 3 years now. Just that one player that they need to get, and if he clicks, then they'll click.
They will click. And then you got OKC. OKC, who's improving year by year. They're actually doing very good. And you've got to give them credit. They're the number 1 team in the West. Then you got Cleveland, who's the clear number 1 team in the East outside of the champions. So they're still good. And didn't you play them this weekend?
The Cavs?
Yeah. Or do you play them this weekend?
I played the Cavs last week. And I think Jaylen Brown was hurt. He didn't get to play, but they gave us hell. They're a really good team. They're a really good team in balance.
Did you beat them?
No, we lost.
We lost that game, okay. So, but Jaylen Brown wasn't playing. That's right. I remember now. But Cleveland is a top team in the East, but Boston is still the team to beat in the East, if that makes any sense. They're still the champions, so that's why they're number 1. All right, so let's look at something else right now that's important. It's the NBA Cup. This is the current standings right now in the bracket for the cup that I honestly don't give two fucks about.
What the fuck?
This is I don't want this. I hope the Knicks don't fucking win this one. I only want them to keep winning because I want a good record in the NBA. I don't care about this fucking cup. I do not want to see a banner up there. So Knicks, don't make it to the championship game because I don't want you to even get roasted for not winning another championship. All right. So right now it's Atlanta versus New York.
Yeah, but don't lose to Atlanta. If you're gonna lose to the next, like lose to Orlando or something. Lose to Orlando or something.
But don't lose to Atlanta.
Don't lose to Atlanta, bro.
Oh no, but it don't matter because this is gonna be in Las Vegas. Good, because I don't want to see Trae Young in Madison Square Garden right now. I really don't. All right, I might shoot his ass. But you got those two there. You got Orlando, Milwaukee. I think Orlando's gonna mollywop them. OKC and Dallas. I think Dallas might win this one because I don't think OKC really cares about this. And then Houston. I go with Houston with Golden State just because I can't trust Golden State the last few games. How can you? And then after that, you got. Who do you got on OKC Dallas?
OKC Dallas. Probably Dallas.
And who you got Milwaukee Orlando?
Orlando.
Okay. So let's say it's Dallas versus Houston in the semifinals. Who you got there?
I'm going with Dallas.
All right. I think so too. And then Orlando versus New York. Let's say it is. I hope it's Orlando that wins.
And then let Orlando take it.
And then let Orlando take it. We'll take that. All right.
Give me a hell yeah!
Yes, sir. Fuck that shit.
I like how we wasn't even putting the Knicks in the scenario.
No, I don't want the Knicks to win that shit. No, I don't want that roasted ass banner
Just lose to Orlando.
We haven't had a banner since 1973, a championship banner since 1973. The last thing I want next in 1973 is that pathetic shit that's hanging in Staples Center right fucking now. Fuck that shit. We don't want that shit around here. Let the Magics have it. I don't care. The Magics don't really have much of a banner. The last banner they hung up was the year they went to the finals against Kobe.
Oh man, consolation prize, please.
Yeah. So
the consolation prize.
Because next to those championship banners, we got the all the Atlantic divisions that we won and also the Eastern conferences. So I'd rather not. No, keep it there. Somewhere else. Because the Lakers are roasted. They got a roasted ass banner. They got all those nice golden championship, 17 of them or 18 of them, and then there's that piece of shit that we fuck
on them ugly ass courts.
That's like the Monstars coming in, and then you got the Monstars before they stole the talent. Let's say you had 4 of the guys. You had the Charles Barkley, the Patrick. You got the Muggsy Bogues, and then you got the Larry Johnson, right? But instead of Sean Bradley, the blue dude never got to steal no talent, so he showed up as a little Martian there. That's what that would be like to me with that banner. That's what I think of that banner right there.
Damn.
Fuck that shit.
Finish him.
Damn.
That shit's whack, bro. Everybody's roasted about that shit. Come on now. You know damn well that shit's roasted. Don't nobody respect that banner in the Staples Center.
It don't mean nothing.
Which banner I'm talking about? This piece of shit banner right here. The NBA Cup banner. Fuck that shit.
It don't mean nothing.
It don't mean nothing. It really don't. So what can the Lakers do?
Just rebuild with AD.
What if AD asked for a trade?
To trade his ass. I mean, I don't feel like that team is that good that you're just gonna keep the whole team around it. You might as well just go young, see what you got in between these players that you've drafted, and go for broke with AD. Either get rid of them or keep them there.
All right.
But LeBron has to.
So we're not gonna do a gravity room now. Okay?
Has to retire first.
We're gonna debut a gravity room soon for the NBA players, but let's just have fun with this, okay? Let's say you could pick one player to be in the 20 times Earth gravity room. Who would you pick right now, and what would you be his instruction? What would be his instructions for him?
That's a good question. Hold on, let me think 1 second. Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine should be able to in the East.
Nobody said Brunson is better than Luka. You're talking about MVP voting? The reason I didn't mention Luka in MVP is because he got off to a late start. So right now, I can't put him in the MVP. But in 5 weeks, if he continues doing what he's doing, of course he's going to be there. But not right now.
Nah, yeah, it's too early. We're just predicting the possibilities.
What was he doing the first 4 weeks? Jack shit. But who were you thinking?
I was gonna say Zach LaVine.
Zach LaVine.
I think Zach LaVine should be able to get his team. I mean, they got a pretty good roster. I think they should be good enough to at least get to maybe the play-in, at least.
Yeah.
But he has to play better than what he's playing. He's too inconsistent to me. I would say find more consistency and stay healthy. Because I feel like the pressure's on you. You got a big contract over there, buddy.
I think 20 G's right now. I gotta put Damian Lillard on that.
Damian Lillard, that's a good one.
You just started climbing the tower rankings. You need to do better than that because you're supposed to be with the Greek Freak. You're supposed to be his number 2 in the whole. You're supposed to be the guy that takes his team to new heights, and you're not doing that. So I got to put him in there. And I don't know where you have been listening to, motherfucker, but I did mention Luka. I put the Dallas Mavericks in the tower rankings, so I definitely did talk about Luka. So if you want me to keep talking about Luka just because you're a Luka fan, that ain't happening. Get your own podcast. This is our pressure podcast, so fuck you.
Stop that, Sam!
All right?
Stop
There's nothing wrong with Luka. We never said nothing was wrong with Luka. We're not going to here talk about just Luka. We were talking about everybody.
Talking about everybody, bro.
We talk about how the LeBron era is over. As far as championships concerned, LeBron era is over. We talked about how the tower rankings, how things are a little different. They do have a deep roster in the league, but you guys got it off to 4-week slow start. You cannot be above the Rockets, the Knicks, the Magic, the Thunder, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Boston Celtics. You're not. You're lucky you're over the fucking Warriors. The only reason you're only over the Warriors is because the Warriors are in a bad, like...
By the way, the Magic are doing
2
this
weeks
with
for
way less than what you guys have. So you should
Yeah.
actually be embarrassed that team's down there.
And I know that you guys have a deep... I'm just saying that for some reason or another,
They're
you guys
not
were
playing
asleep
like it,
for the
so-
first 4 weeks of the NBA. You guys weren't even in the play-in 4 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago.
It's not like us. Like, we get a player out and we're still winning games. You guys just started getting hot.
Yeah.
Like, don't get it twisted.
So then
You got it backwards, brother.
let's put the 50G on. Who would you put there? Who would you nominate there, and what would you tell him to do?
50G. Let me see the top rankings.
No.
I probably put it on Jalen Brunson.
That's fair.
I put it on Jalen
I like that.
Brunson. Put it on Jalen Brunson and try to get that offense a little more consistent.
Yeah.
Because the defense is there and you guys play, aggressive, and you play good defense as a team. So just try to find a way to get that offense to be more consistent. That's it.
Yeah. And I just said that, bro. I just
Oh,
literally said that.
Cat, see if he can get his defense even better.
I just literally said that. I literally just said that.
Yeah, we're saying they are.
4
but
weeks
you
ago-
you can't move them up just because they're the hottest team in the league.
we
right
just
now.
literally said that 4 weeks
The
ago.
other teams are still
They
playing
were
better
asleep.
than you guys.
Just because you're playing good now, I cannot put you over other teams that have been playing good for the most majority of the year.
Go look at the records, Papa. Go look at the records. That's all you
Yeah.
gotta do.
And then I agree with you with Brunson or even Cat. And I was also thinking of putting.
But I think Cat's balling.
Yeah.
I just think defensively he could get better.
I was thinking of putting Anthony Richardson in there. Anthony Richardson needs to get his team going. I don't know what he can do, but he needs to get his team going. And then as far as the 100G, mine's is easy. It's Steph Curry. And it's not because I don't have faith in him. It's just because Steph Curry needs to get something going now. Because if you want a chance to have a home court advantage, now's the time to win those games. Now's the time to do that shit.
Well, then mine would be Tatum. Because I think Tatum should have won that game against the Cavaliers. Even though the Cavaliers are good, I don't think the Cavs are better than us, even if we do lose Jaylen Brown.
No.
That's just my opinion on that, though.
So, yes, we acknowledge that Luka is good. We acknowledge that the Mavericks are deep. And we acknowledge that you guys are on a hot streak. That doesn't mean you're going to be put on the rankings over other teams. That's not how that works. I don't know how it works with your rankings. Give me your top 10 teams. Why don't you put it in the chat right now? Give me your top 10.
Give us on the
your
chat right
top
there.
10 teams in the NBA right now. Like, how would you like to do it? Like, if the playoffs started now, or actually, it don't matter. You do it
However
your way.
you want to do it.
You do it your way.
However you feel the rankings are.
Let me see your rankings, please, if you can.
And I'm gonna write them down, and by the end of the year.
No. We can't do that. We can't do that. We can't do that. We can't do that.
What's good at? No, I'm playing. Yeah, but there's other teams in that ranking that have had players injured, and they still have better records than you guys. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Orlando's for sure.
They're missing Paolo Banchero. The Celtics have been missing Drew Holiday. There's times where they miss Porzingis the whole year. There was times where Jaylen Brown was hurt. There was time Tatum was just hurt. He didn't play, and they still won. So that's what we're saying. You're talking about injuries.
For a team that started off slow.
That's crazy excuses.
For a team to start off slow, to put you in the top of the tower rankings is no joke. I'm not just because you're number 10 doesn't mean you're bad. You're in the tower ranking. That means that if you're in this list, you're doing something right.
And you have a chance.
And you're trending upwards. This is just this week. We'll see next week. Last week we didn't have you on the tower rankings. Maybe 10.
Just because we have the top people up there don't mean they're gonna win the championship.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're gonna win the championship.
We're saying who are the top teams right now.
Talking about what the teams are right now.
He's talking about the top 10 teams trending towards the playoffs. That was his rankings. My top 10 is if the playoffs started today. Celtics, Cleveland, Mavericks, New York, Orlando. Yeah, you're a Mavericks fan. You can't do that, man. I mean, it's your opinion, it's your ranking. You can do what you want, but realistically, bro, there's no way that the Mavericks are over the Magic and the Knicks and the Rockets. This is not happening, bro. Sorry, not right now. Not right now. If you guys play the Knicks in a 7-game series, I can
see what he's saying though, because the Mavericks, they went to the championship last year.
Yeah.
He's thinking like, okay, those are the
and they can go to the championship again this year.
And you're right.
And maybe even win it.
But
just
right
so you
now,
know, just so you know,
it's not the same.
All right, cool. And give me your MVP faves. Give me your give me a top 3 MVP faves that you think of. I already know Luka's gonna be there, but that's okay. I'm not gonna judge you for it. I'm not gonna. We're not. Don't laugh at it. We're not gonna judge you for it, right?
We're not. No, hell no. He's up there.
Trust me. You're talking about somebody.
This guy's a great player.
You're talking to somebody here that had Luka in his fantasy basketball team 5 years straight. Okay, I had him from the moment he got drafted. From his rookie year, I've had him. It's just that we had to reshuffle because we don't have keepers no more, so I don't have him no more. But trust me,
I wish the pod knew you when we first started talking about Patrick Mahomes. How you knew already that dude was gonna be.
Oh, don't worry, they're gonna know me when we talk about the new guys.
To the point where I was like, okay, I'm drafting him, and I drafted him, and he balled out for me that whole year. I was like, okay, Coco said this, all right.
Yeah,
I followed those instructions, and I freaking got Patrick Mahomes, and he balled the fuck out for me.
Fast forward a year later, we're in a bar, and we're like, all right, so this is our first year with a keeper, right? And they're like, so who's your keeper? And all of us are running backs. I'm like, mine's a Zeke. His was Todd Gurley. Debo's was Debo's was Todd Gurley. No, that was Ed's. Ed's was Todd Gurley. Debo's was Debo's was I forgot what the running back. It was a running back. And somebody else had Le'Veon Bell. And then we turned to you and we're like, who's yours? And we expected a running back. He said Mahomes, and we're like, oh, that's right. We forgot he drafted him.
There's no way he's coming up.
No, I had Luka for 5 years, bro. Trust me, I'm not a hater.
Not at all, bro.
Matter of fact, Jalen Brunson comes from the Dallas Mavericks, so thank you very much.
We just like looking at.
Give me a hell yeah.
Not so much just stats. We looked at the eye test as well,
because Jalen Brunson, all he does is go Super Saiyan in the playoffs.
If you watch sports as long as
why'd y'all let him go? I'll never know, because he's way better than Kyrie Irving, and you know it. You know it. Kyrie Irving has a lot of more bag of tricks, but when it comes to the playoffs, Brown, Luka, Shai, Ant-Man. Now, Ant-Man can't be in the MVP right now just because his team is not winning.
Who's Brown?
Jaylen Brown.
Okay. Damn. I appreciate that. That's my favorite player. Appreciate you. But, no, I don't think so.
Well, Jaylen Brown got proved nothing to me.
Yeah, that's what
He only won the Eastern Conference Playoff Player of the Year.
He's already an MVP.
NBA champion and the Bill Russell Trophy Award winner. Fuck out of here. Larry Bird, Bill Russell, and MVP.
And Larry Bird. Nah, we're good. He's good. He done accomplished damn near everything he was supposed to do in the NBA already.
Yeah, and the NBA did something good last year. They changed the names of the trophies. So the Rookie of the Year is Will Chamberlain. The Sixth Man of the Year is the Havlicek. The Defensive Player of the Year is the Hakeem Award. The regular season MVP is the Michael Jordan Award. The All-Star Game MVP is the Mambo Award. Eastern Conference Players Playoff of the Year is Larry Bird. Western is Magic Johnson. And Bill Russell.
You love Brunson, but Kyrie's still the man.
Oh, no, he's still the man.
Yeah,
He's still the man. But in the playoffs, Brunson's a way better leader. Way better leader.
He's a better leader. He's a better
player. To me, player. Because Kyrie don't go 40 points like
he can score wherever he wants. With Kyrie, the problem with Kyrie to me is when his jumper isn't falling, he just continues to try to find his jumper, and it's like, bro, do something a little easier. Like, you're one of the best layup makers we've ever seen.
To me, what's wrong with Kyrie is that he thinks the earth is flat.
Finish him.
So he doesn't use his brain very well because he's stupid. He's stupid.
And he's one of the best free throw shooters, so going to the line is even better for him, too.
Winning the West? No. I even said I wouldn't be surprised if the Mavericks do it again.
Bro, we just put up the, what was the thing you just put up for the cup?
The cup, yeah.
And we just said the Mavericks gonna be OKC. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we even said that the Mavericks are gonna beat OKC right here in the first round.
We believe that the Mavericks have more experience than OKC, and they've beaten them already.
But good question. Give me, what team do you think is coming out of the West this year? Right now, let me show you the tie records again. Who do you think is coming out of the West? Right now, my money would have to be Mavs or OKC.
Yeah, it's the Mavs or OKC.
I think it's going to be Mavs OKC in the Western Conference as we speak, but Golden State might say something about that.
Yeah, he is a 1B. We know that.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not.
What would you say then?
He's 3W. That's what he is. 4. What's that? YZ. That's what he is. YZ. That's what he is. Fuck him. Fuck Kyrie. He ain't no 1B to Luka. He ain't nowhere near Luka's stratosphere. Nah.
He said, of course, the Mavericks.
The Mavericks ain't bad. They ain't bad. I don't think so.
No, we said the Mavericks, but you gotta also look at OKC, man. OKC's more experienced. They went through theirs. Now they might end up taking what's theirs.
Yeah.
Or what they feel is theirs. Y'all didn't beat us.
And I predicted, you're talking to somebody who predicted that Celtics would win in 5 games. Nobody said that. Nobody. I did. And I got the receipts to prove it too. I know basketball, and trust me, y'all are good. Y'all ain't all that. Y'all ain't all that. I don't see y'all as NBA champions. You cannot beat the Boston Celtics in a 7-game series. I don't even think you could beat us.
And you can't beat us. Now, we're even better.
He's a co-leader, but that doesn't mean he's in the same stratosphere as Luka as a player. That man does not make his teammates better. That man can't do what Luka can. If he could, he would have done it already before he got there.
Bro, that man averages.
Luka's a way better player than Kyrie.
In his career, Kyrie averages 5 assists a game. Now, I get it. He's not, he's more of a scoring guard. But what about when Luka's not there? You're just going to keep firing up?
Yeah, listen. Right now, currently as we see it right now, even if you weren't injured, you ain't beating the Celtics in a 7-game series. And I know my Knicks ain't beating them either. It looks like they're going to repeat them unless somebody has something to say.
That's a fact.
I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that.
Much better. Who they got? Tell me who you got. Don't tell me.
I think y'all about the same because you guys still are ass on defense, just so you know. And I'm not even trying to be nothing but.
Don't tell me it's because of Najee Marshall. I hope you're not saying that. I hope that's not what you're telling me.
Because your defense is literally.
I smell pussy. Is that you, Jai?
In the playoffs, y'all are pussy as fuck. I'm sorry. I'm not even trying to like.
And then Luka don't play no defense, bro. Like let's keep it a buck. He's a great offensive player, but he don't play no defense.
Kyrie does close in the fourth quarter when it's possible, but when it's not possible to close in the fourth quarter because you're getting blown out because you don't play no defense against the Celtics, Kyrie ain't gonna be able to save you. Because whatever you think Kyrie could do, they got Al Horford, they got Porzingis, they got Tatum, they got Brown, they got Crypto P.
Keep talking that shit.
If you think you're a deep team, they are a deep fuck. That's the Pacific Ocean compared to y'all.
Bro, if you're talking about rankings, then we don't need nothing to talk about. I'm talking about what you see. You telling me that team's a juggernaut defensively? Be real. Like, don't talk about the rankings. You agree that defense is 7?
But to be honest with you, this is only week 6. It is way too early to be having this discussion in the NBA, bro. We're just talking about what's trending and what we see and what we've learned thus far.
That's true.
Because every team has a long way to go before the playoffs begins.
Absolutely. And then you never know what's going to happen. So, yeah.
But at least you guys got the ship right. Because whatever funk you guys were in the first 4 weeks, finally you're looking like the Mavericks that we expected. Because you guys were, I don't know what the hell was going on. He said it was because of injuries, maybe. But it obviously wasn't the Mavericks we expected.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if that's the case, the Magic have a better record than you guys, right? Right? And they have less than what you're saying. You're saying you have a deep team, right? So if you have a deep team, why aren't y'all winning? Why are they winning with less?
Yes. So for those in the chat who hasn't participated yet, this is the Mortal Kombat inspired tower ranking.
Finish him.
Back in the day, I don't know if you guys are millennials or not, but back in the day, you didn't have a way to save the game. When you started a game, you had to start from the very beginning. And this is the tower ranking that you had to climb to beat the NBA champions right now as we speak. Give me your top 10, and if you disagree with anything here, please feel free to say something.
Dude, we're just because they're the team to beat. What are you talking about? Bro, there's no bias here, bro. I'm telling you.
We're not acting like the Celtics are all world. I'm just saying that whatever you're saying that the Mavericks are, the Celtics are much more. That's a fact. We're not trying to gloat. Because you said that the Mavericks are very deep, and you're right. So are they. And deeper. Pause. They're the reigning champions. They're playing supreme basketball right now. They beat the Cavaliers, you know what I'm saying? So they're the first ones to give the Cavaliers a loss this season. Yeah. It got merit, bro. That's why they got them up there in the top of the rankings. Not just because of the champions, because they're still acting like champions.
Yeah.
Are y'all third seed? I thought y'all were fourth seed.
Who, us?
OKC?
No, we're the second seed. I think he's talking about his team.
It's OKC.
It says 9-1 in the last 10 games. I think he's talking about his team.
Yeah, I know the Mavericks, but he's saying that they're the third seed right now.
Who?
The Mavericks. He's saying that they're the third seed right now. Is that true?
Oh, maybe. Because they're playing like that right now. But
let's see.
I don't think it was because of injuries is what I'm saying.
Yeah, they are.
Everybody has injuries, bro.
They're tied with the Rockets for second seed. And the Grizzlies. So there's 3 teams that are 15-8.
Okay, so then what does that tell you then? Who's better?
Oh, that's right, because the Golden State Warriors are in a little funk.
You just contradicted yourself. You said the Celtics are not deeper. They just have the best two-way players all around. If they have the 2 best players all around, then who's winning that series?
I mean, they got Drew Holiday. They got what's that?
They got Sam Hauser. They got Drew Holiday, Derek White. It's Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Porzingis, Al Horford,
Crypto P.
I didn't even mention some of the other guys that we have on the bench that could give y'all buckets. I'm not saying you don't have a good team. I'm saying the Celtics is a little bit better.
But at least he knows. At least he sounds like he knows his basketball. He just said that the Celtics have the 2. They just have the 2 best players of all around. But it's easy to say they just. You don't say you don't just happen that. You don't just get that. You know what I'm saying?
You could thank Brad Stevens if you're Celtics fans. That's all I'm saying.
It's easy to say that in hindsight. You don't just have the best two-way players around, man. The fact that they have it is conducive to why we have them in the top of the rankings. Yeah, they do. They absolutely do. That's how we know you know your basketball. Not many people know that information.
Facts.
We take that shit into account.
Absolutely.
But let's see when the dust settles. By let's say by Christmas. By Christmas, it would have been 10 weeks.
Okay.
No, like 9 weeks or 9 weeks. No, it should be 10 weeks by Christmas, and because we're in week 6 right now, so it's only 4 more weeks after that. Yeah, so it'd be week 10. So we'll have a good third of the NBA season already played. We'll have a good idea of what to expect.
Ken. It's okay, Ken. I know you hate us. You should. You should want revenge, bro.
He don't hate us. He just wanted debate.
No. I'm talking about the Celtics. He hates the Celtics.
I hate the Celtics. Fuck the Celtics.
Be cool, nigga.
Cool. You want a rematch?
I actually is a safe. That's a safe expectation because right now I don't see the Knicks beating. I don't see the Knicks or the Cavs beating the Celtics in a 7-game series, let alone the Magic.
And I could see the Mavs coming out the West.
And definitely not the Bucks. And don't you dare bring the Miami Heat into this. They only run hot and cold in the playoffs. If they're cold, if they're hot, and they get all the way to the finals. But that's not happening every single time. So I don't want to hear Miami.
That would never happen again against us unless somebody's hurt.
Fuck Miami.
I promise. That'll never happen again.
But we do expect maybe that is a rematch possibility, but don't get too high on your horses just yet, bro. You guys got a date with the OKC Thunder.
Goddamn, white boy.
And there's nothing you can do about
it. Look what he said. Oh yeah, I fuck with you, Ken.
Yeah, fuck the Lakers. Goddamn right. Fuck the Lakers, bro. I don't fuck with LA anyway.
Finish him.
Fuck them. I like that, fakers.
That's why they got the most roasted banner of all time in the NBA arena, right there. This banner. That's what we were just roasting when we were reading what you were saying about Luka. That's literally what we had just finished roasting. We were just finished roasting how they have 18 glorious championship banners and one piece of shit, fucked up banner that's just there. That's not even the same shape. It's just an eyesore. Embarrassing.
The Flakers.
It's like it's as embarrassing as the Clippers. The Clippers have no banners up there. What they got is posters of the players that are currently in their roster. They have no retired jerseys like that. They have nothing up there, and they have no banners. They've never been to a conference. They've never been to a NBA Finals, let alone a conference championship. So they've never even won a division. They have never won the Pacific Division in their entire 70-year history. Every time they've been to the playoffs, they were always like the 2nd seed or 3rd seed or whatever in their division. They had never finished number 1 in their division. And it's true. Those years that they were good with Blake Griffin and all that shit, Kobe was still better. The Golden State Warriors started coming in. The OKC Thunder were there, and the Houston Rockets with James Harden. Even when Kawhi and them were at their best, they were still.
So what is that? What is that? Why does James Harden play better without anybody on his roster? Any star players on his roster? Why is that?
Because star players take away from his ball hogging.
He's ball dominant. So since he's ball dominant, it's easier for him
to
be on a
Fuck ball dominant. He's a ball hog. He's a ball hog. He's a good ball hog, but he's a ball hog. Now, I don't know if he's good anymore. Only time will tell.
He's balling right now.
But he ain't the ball hog he used to be in Houston. That's the ball hog I like. Pause. Big pause.
Okay. I can see that, kid. You don't think their offense is good enough to compete with the Mavs?
He might be right about that. However, OKC can beat you in a 7-game series. Do not deny that. OKC can beat you in a 7-game series. You just got to take care of business. But you're the stronger team in my book. In a 7-game series, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
And the Nuggets, who knows what the Nuggets? What do you think about the Nuggets? Are they a team that can't get any better? They reach their ceiling with this exact roster, and the teams that have figured them out and can do something about it, do something about it.
I don't think they could beat. I don't think they could beat the Mavs or even the Mavericks. I mean, yeah, I don't think they could even beat the
Thunder.
No, Timberwolves. I think I like the Timberwolves eventually because I think the Timberwolves will get it together. They just, remember they're kind of going through what you guys are going through with, having Julius Randle for the first time. So they're trying to figure that out. But I feel like eventually they'll get that going and they'll be able to beat the Nuggets. I don't think the Nuggets got what everybody think they got.
I think they're done, but not because everybody's figured them out. Maybe everybody has figured them out, but only a few teams can do something about it. Just because you figure something out doesn't mean you could actually stop it. You know what I'm saying? You know what to do, but can you do it?
Ken, are you talking about the Nuggets?
The Nuggets. He's talking about the Nuggets, and I agree. They still got a solid roster. They got shooters everywhere. They play good defense.
That's what I mean. When he says that, that's what I mean by like they don't have what people think they have.
No,
they
don't.
Where they have the same players that they did the year they went to that championship.
No,
they don't have those guys.
No. Was Schroeder in there?
Huh?
Was Schroeder there?
On that team?
Yeah. That one? Okay.
I think Reggie was on that team, though.
Yeah, Reggie was on the team, yeah.
Reggie was a good player for them. He played really good for them.
Yeah, I think they've
certain minutes.
I think they've hit their ceiling with this exact roster. I think they've hit their ceiling.
And then I also think, they faced Miami.
Miami was beating everybody else, but the thing was that Miami's shot wasn't falling, so they didn't really beat Miami.
But let's be real. So I know this is hypothetical, but if Jason Tatum would have stayed healthy during that game, you even said this. The game, that series would have went. They might have ended up doing what nobody's ever done in NBA history, which was come back from being down 3-0.
Yeah, he says he loves Randall, but he thinks Julius is a huge liability on D, and he's a ball hog. He is a ball hog sometimes.
Yeah,
he does have ball hog tendencies.
I agree. He does need to get his team more involved. I agree.
Well, not our problem anymore. Now our problem is Carl Anthony.
I smell pussy.
But I don't really look at that too much because there's a lot of players in the league that are ball hogs. When they want to get theirs, they want to get theirs. But I think they'll figure it out.
Fucking Carl Anthony Towns. You better not fucking pussy up on me in the playoffs. Fucking motherfucker.
Oh, shit. You said that from your soul.
Bro, we don't do that shit. He plays in Madison Square Garden now. You cannot be soft. That cannot happen.
Oh,
all right?
Shit.
The media will fucking eat you alive and spit you out and fucking puke you after that. So, nah. The thing is that he is our problem now. Before it was, I missed when he was in Minnesota's problem. I didn't have to worry about him. Now he's in New York. Fuck.
That shit sucks.
Fuck is correct.
No. But I think he's playing great though. I think he's
whatever's gone into him this first 6 weeks, stay that way, and I won't ever hate you. I will never love you, but I will never hate you if you just play the way you do.
Never seen him rebounding the ball the way he's rebounding the ball. It was like he took Hartenstein's ghost or something like that. Yeah. Took some of his power from the basketball and shit, Space Jam shit.
But the thing is, honestly, looking at the games.
Nah, I don't think he'll keep Minnesota down. I think their problem is the bench. They don't really have a good bench.
But I'm practicing patience with the Knicks for one reason only. It's because Cat and Jalen Brunson haven't figured each other out yet. Mm-hmm. They don't know how to play with each other yet.
Exactly.
So they still got a lot of improvement to do there.
Ken, we knew this coming in.
Trust me, we know.
But we've seen a different guy. We've seen a different guy.
This first 6 weeks, he's actually not soft.
And he's not shooting.
I'm not saying he's tough, but this first 6 weeks of New York, he's actually not been soft. And that's what I said. I'm never gonna love him, but if he plays like this for the rest of the year, I'm not gonna hate him.
And he's not taking terrible shots either.
But I'm never gonna love him. I'm never gonna love him. He's too soft to play in New York. I don't know why they did that. I don't know how they're gonna crucify that poor kitty. New York is not easy, bro. Pigeons run New York, and so do rats. Cats don't eat rats in New York. Rats eat cats.
Getting rats fucking huge.
Finish him.
The fucking rats.
Rats eat cats in New York, okay? Kittens do not belong here. And
Those rats look like Master Splinter and shit.
Should have just left them in Minnesota, bro.
Fuck. The fuck is this? Walking right next to me. Nigga damn near bigger than me.